Hello everybody, Alexandra here from Beauty is a Vibe. I'm very excited to see you. Long time no see. I'm very excited about today's video because one thing I keep hearing time and time again is you want to use your old products, use the products that you already have. So that is what today's video is all about. We are going to be busting out some OG products, you guys, and I was so excited. So go ahead, pull out your makeup drawers, pull out these oldies but goodies, and let's create a gorgeous makeup look. The biggest request for makeup videos that I've seen as of late has been bringing back some OG favorites. So that is what we are going to do in today's video. This is all going to be old school makeup that more than likely you probably already have in your collection, you've had for a while, so it's time to bust her out, knock off that dust, and let's get into it. So we're gonna start off the party with, I mean, come on, this is an OG favorite. So this is the MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot in Soft Ochre, and you could not watch a makeup tutorial, I mean, literally 5-6 years ago without seeing the MAC Pro, and I'm actually really Pro Longwear Paint Pot, and I'm actually really surprised that this is not dried out, you guys, because that was one problem with this product in particular, is the fact that it dried out so easily. But I am very excited to get into some of these products because I have not put my hands in them, or my brushes for that matter, in a really long time, and I cannot wait to show you guys the palette that I picked out. Your jaws are going to drop because it's definitely one that I don't think anybody has seen or heard from in a hot minute, but I'm really excited to see how she's going to perform because, I mean, again, she has some dust on her, so we definitely had to knock the dust off, and I'm really excited to see like how these products compare to what is out nowadays, you know what I'm saying? So all right, I have to say I'm pretty impressed with the MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot. She never disappoints, ever. So this is definitely a product you can still get. I remember the first time I went into a Macy's at a MAC counter. Oh my God, what was the story? Let me tell you. Let me turn down these lights a little bit here. So I had them turned up earlier because I was gonna film earlier and we had some natural lighting coming in, but that is long gone now. I don't know about where you guys live, but where I live here in Ohio, it has been freezing and windy nonstop. Okay, so for the palette, you guys remember when this came out? I feel like this was like the beginning of the end for Urban Decay. Like, they used to always do these big launches. So this was the Game of Thrones palette, and this was one that I absolutely had to have. Like, you guys remember that? Oh, tell me that you watch House of the Dragon. I'm so excited for the next season to come out. So the actual palette pulls out just like that, and that is what she looks like. Honestly, you guys, they could have done so much more with these colors, but you know, it's Urban Decay, right? They always play it safe, and I feel like this is where they kind of went wrong with this palette in particularly. Speaking of oldie but goodies, how about the Alamar Cosmetic brush? So we're gonna dip this into Nymeria, which, if you guys remember, that was, what was that, Aya's or Aria? Is it Aria or Aya? Oh my God, it's been so long. I think it's Aya, right? That was her woof. And oh my gosh, this color, even after all this time, is still blending like butter. That is one thing I will say about Urban Decay's eyeshadows, is they do blend amazingly. Like, it doesn't matter how long they've been sitting. I'll tell you guys what, I'm gonna have to break this palette out a lot more often just for this Nymeria color, because that color right there, ooh, she pretty. All right, so next, let's go into the green right here called The Sight, which we know Mr. Brannon ended up getting The Sight. He ended up becoming the Crow, what is it? The Crow? I can't even remember. It's been so long since I've seen that movie, or that show, I guess, but such a good show. I kind of hated the end a little bit at what happened with Daenerys, of course, because she was like my girl. I wanted to be her for Halloween, and I almost did her a couple of times, a couple of years over. And then it was like one thing after another ended up happening, so I didn't end up getting to do her, but I still want to. But this green right here is absolutely stunning. And even though it's crazy, it doesn't have that usual like flake that Urban Decay eyeshadows have nowadays. It's still just absolutely a stunning emerald green, and it's still blending out like butter, like as if it hasn't been sitting on my shelf for years on end. Oof, that green is just absolutely stunning. I don't care who you are, that is a beautiful emerald green right there. Okay, so I think for the center lid, we're gonna use a little bit of this Winterfell, which I'm very, oh my gosh, it's still soft. I was gonna say, I'm very curious to see how soft, because this used to be such a soft shade. As you guys saw, I just barely tap my finger in there. And so we're just gonna tap this very barely, because again, this is a very soft shade. And we're just gonna tap that right there on the center of the lid. And then we're gonna take that brush that we were using for the site, and we're just gonna tap out those edges there. Ooh, so pretty, so pretty. It's almost like a Cleopatra kind of look. I love it. I love golds with, or greens with golds in the center. I just absolutely love them so much. You can never go wrong with a green with a pop of gold in the center, ever, ever, ever. At least not in my opinion, you can't. We're just gonna make that pop a little more. Oh, she is stunning. Absolutely stunning. And then I think I'm gonna take a little bit of this Hard Home right there, which also is so soft. And we're gonna pop that. Yeah, oh my God, that is such a soft shade. Almost afraid to get it in my eye. I should have probably knocked that off a little bit. I am so surprised and impressed at how, ooh, got a little gold fallout there. I'm gonna wipe that off. Ooh, that gold, she is soft, buddy. I am so impressed. And this just goes to show you, however long you've had your eyeshadows. I mean, I know this probably says what, a 12, I would say 12 to 24 month shelf life, 24 month shelf life. It's been well over those 24 months, and she's still going strong. So it just goes to show, I'm surprised that none of these have had a hard pan yet. I mean, obviously I haven't swatched or tried on all of them, but yeah, have to say, you guys, I am pretty dang on impressed with the quality of this so far. Ooh, let's pop a little of that Hard Home right in the center of that gold and just really make her pop. Oh my. Yes, that's what I'm talking about right there. Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Little cat eye effect going on right there. Okay, let me throw on some mascara. I don't have an oldie but goodie mascara. I wish I did, but I don't keep my mascaras that long, and you shouldn't either. So let me throw on some mascara, and then we'll move on to the next phase and come back to the bottom lash line. Okay, I have no idea where the heck the mascara that I've been using nonstop lately is, which is actually the Patrick Chalk, because I've been trying to use that up. So we just went with the Max Stack today. So it looks pretty good, looks pretty good. So let's move on to a face. So starting with our under eye, let's use up, I am almost down to the nitty gritty of this. And by the way, you can still get this, you guys. So this is the Becca under eye corrector. This was like a holy grail product for me for so long. I absolutely love this, especially for underneath your eyes, especially if you have a lot of blueness or green, like how I do. I have a little bit of blue and green because I have a neutral skin tone and I have a lot of redness to my face. So I really like using this on those spots. And as you can see, I literally put just a little tiny bit on, and a little bit goes a long way. I mean, do you see how much that just spread out like across my face? Isn't that insane? And I mean, that was just like a little tiny dab, you guys. And I even like scraped some off on the inside rim. But I absolutely love this product. It's an OG fave for sure. I did an entire video on like how to prevent under eye creasing with this product. So when I get down here, as you can see, I kind of buff it out a little bit more. And I even like to take a little bit and dab it on to these spots here where I have some of these more dark spots. Sometimes you got to get creative, you guys. So where I have some of those sunspots, you see how much that just covered that right on up. So when I put my foundation on, I don't have to use nearly the amount of foundation that I would normally use to cover those spots up, or near the amount of concealer or any of those kinds of products. And that's what makes a product like this so good and so versatile. And yeah, I just bring it up my nose and down, and you see that it just canceled all of that out. Such a good product, you guys. Such an OG product. I have been trying the new one by Rare Beauty under eye brightener, and it just doesn't have the coverage. I do like it for those light coverage days, but this is just an OG holy grail. Even when I run out of this, I have a little tiny refill because I thought they were going to go out of business, and I had to just have it on hand. You know what I'm saying? All right, so for foundation, oh, actually, totally forgot about primer. This is an OG primer, and I wish I would have used this first so I could have showed you guys. So this is the Cover FX Blurring Primer, and this is such a good product. Again, it's got a little bit of color to it, as you can see. See, it just smoothed that right on in. My base is a little red from obviously rubbing on it so much, but as you can see, it's got just a little tint of color. Not a lot of color. Oh my gosh, I felt something fall. Not a lot of color, but just enough. And I really like this for smoothing out those pore areas, especially right here on my nose, on my lip, my chin, right here across the cheeks. Such a good product. I mean, OG favorite. And you only need like a tiny little bit for each little area. So, I mean, this tube I've had forever. I can feel it getting low though, you guys. I can feel it getting low. I will make this last as long as I possibly can, because Cover FX is not sold in Sephora or at Ulta anymore, if you did not know. Another really good one, and I almost use this one, if you still have it from the BoxyCharm OG days. So this is the No Problem Primer, and this is such a good primer. If you can't tell right here, such a good primer, especially for smoothing out those pore areas and just making everything all nice and silky and soft. I mean, like, my face feels like a baby's bottom right now. I absolutely love it. Okay, so for foundation, honestly, you guys, I almost was gonna use this. Do you see this? This needs to be thrown away so bad, but I'm hanging on to the last little tiny bit. You can see it's like separated, but when you shake it up, it mixes and it still works and it still doesn't have a smell to it. So I'm going to use the last little bit of it this summer. But this was like my OG favorite, and I wish they would not have discontinued this. So this was by Urban Decay as well. It's the Naked Skin Weightless Ultra Definition Liquid Makeup. And this is what I used when I went on that television show. It is such a good foundation because it literally gives you the coverage, the color, but with no heaviness. Like, it doesn't look like you're wearing anything on your skin. It looks like absolutely nothing on your skin. You know what I'm saying? I wish they wouldn't have quit making that. But we're gonna go to another one that they quit making because I have a little bit more, and this is my summer color. As you can see, it's definitely not me right now. So that would have turned me orange right now. So we're gonna be using the Dior Forever Skin Glow. And I'm so mad. So they came out with a new version of this. They said it was better. I disagree. Respectfully, Dior, I disagree. Okay, so this is in the shade 2.5. This is probably a little, maybe a little, just a little. It's not too bad. Not too bad. So yeah, this is pretty close to my skin tone, which is why I went with this. Another one that I looked at was the Lancome Tint Idol. I almost got that one, but that one is more of like my springtime shade. And again, winter is just trudging on here in good old Ohio. Let me tell you guys, I am so over it. I'm over winter always. If you don't know, if you're new here, which I doubt you are, but if you are, I am over winter by my birthday, usually by January. I am so over winter. I am just ready to be absolutely done with it. I hate winter time. I love it when it first starts. Like, I love the decorating. I love Christmas. I love, you know, having a white Christmas, all that kind of stuff. This year was completely screwed up, but that's okay. We're going to talk about that in another video. But either way, yeah, this year Christmas was a little weird, but either way, I love the time of year usually, but this year I was just over it. I was completely over all of it. And I was definitely over it long before January hit. So by the time my birthday hit, I was definitely really over it by then. And now that it's trudging on and we're now into April, I mean, today's April 1st. I don't know what day you guys are going to see this video, but it's April 1st when I'm recording it. And I'm over it. I'm over this cold weather. Oh my God, that foundation smells so good. I hate how much perfume they put in that, but it does smell good. That Dior smell. Okay, so for concealer, we are going to be using Giorgio Armani. You cannot go wrong with this concealer. No, you cannot. So if you got this in your collection, pull her out because she's a baddie. And she's a goodie, and she's been around for a long time for a reason. This is one that I really hope they don't redo or change the formula on. Like, I just hope they keep around forever because it's just such a good concealer. And I feel like I'm running a little bit low. I'm going to have to probably pull the plug on that one so I can start scraping the sides of the bottle, because that's definitely one that you want to scrape the sides too. I was thinking about doing a video of like my all-time favorite concealers, like drugstore and high-end, because there are some good ones, you guys, like especially that have come out in the last year or so, like the Huda Beauty one, the Dior one. Oh, so good. I don't know what took them so long to come out with that Dior face and body concealer, but she's here now and she is amazing. If you have not tried it out yet, I definitely highly suggest you do, especially if you are aging, because she is such a great thin coverage concealer. And just look at how much brighter. I'm gonna have to start using that Becca under eye brightener more often, because I mean, that just took like the littlest amount of concealer and the littlest amount of work, and my under eye area, my little dark spots here, they're just gone. They vanished. Vamonos. Okay, let's see. What else are we going to do? Oh, powder. So I got two different powders. So the first one, everybody has this. Everybody has this. And if you don't have it, I don't know what you were doing with your 2000s. So this is the Mineral Veil powder. I think everybody had one of these little Bare Mineral kits. Like, such a good powder. So good. Ooh, where's my little under eye powder brush? So we're going to use this for under this eye area. And yeah, this was such a good powder. Such a good powder. I mean, especially if you're into mineral powders, mineral type products, which, I mean, I really was for a long time, which you're going to see with the next powder, because I loved all the minerals. Mineral Veil, I had the CoverGirl mineral, I had the MAC mineral, I had them all. I love the mineral powders. They're just so good. You can't go wrong with them. And they really gave you just a flawless finish. You know what I'm saying? So the next powder that we are going to use is the MAC Mineralize Skinfinish, and this is in the shade A65 Medium, and this is an oldie but a goodie. And as you can see, I have made a dent in her because she used to like come up past the thing here, and you can't even, I don't know if you guys can even see that, but yeah, there you go. She's got a dent in her. I'm surprised I haven't hit pan on this powder yet, but it's such a good powder. My daughter used this powder. Like, that's how good of a powder. This powder has exchanged some hands, my friends, for sure. But again, such a good powder. It gives you such a natural finish without showing all your oils and everything peeking through. And she's just pretty. She just gives a really natural and very skin-like finish. But again, without drying your skin out and without, you know, making your face all oily, which is the problem that I have. It's either A, powders completely dry me out, or B, my oils peek through. So it's always one or the other. And I feel like this is a really good, happy medium powder. Both of these are. All right, where should we head to next? How about with bronzer, you guys? So, you know, we had to pull these out. Everybody has one of these, at least one of these in their collection. You have to. So this is the Too Faced. I have the Soleil bronzer in dark chocolate Soleil, and then this is the regular chocolate Soleil. So I think the dark is going to be too dark for me because this is more of my wintertime shade. Yeah, for sure. So we're going to pull out just the regular chocolate. Yeah, that's definitely going to be more me. That's more my speed right now because I'm pasty. So we just going to bronze this skin right on up here. And again, this is such a good bronzer, such an OG product, has been around. Oh, and it smells like chocolate. Like, you can't ever go wrong with a product that smells like chocolate. Was it Too Faced? Were they the first ones that did like the chocolate bronzers and stuff? Because they had what? The chocolate palette. Ooh, that would have been a good palette to bring out, right? We had the peach palette. I have the chocolate palette. I even have the new chocolate palette, which isn't as good as the OG, but it's okay. It's all right. It's not too bad, you guys. Like, I will be honest, the shimmers in it are not great. Like, it's not Too Faced's best work. But then again, like, Too Faced has never had like the best shimmers, you know, like it. But I think if you compare like the chocolate palette, the newer chocolate palette, to like the peach palette or the older chocolate palette, like, you definitely see a difference for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, for sure. So yeah, you can see a difference in the quality, in the creaminess of the actual product themselves. But, you know, Too Faced had it going on back in the day. Like, everybody had Too Faced products. Speaking of, let's move right along to blush. And you guys, we had to go with the Love Flush. This is in Baby Love. Now, this sucker I've had for a very long time. absolutely disgusted with how long I've had this blush and the fact that I still have not hit pan in it. Like, holy shiznadles. And I have knocked hard pan off this sucker. I can't even tell you how many times, but here she still stands, and still, I mean, there's like dig marks in there, you guys. Like, do you see that? That's ridiculous. So, I mean, you know, the good thing about these products is, oh, hell no. Did you just see that? Like, she just fell out on me. No. No, we cannot have none of that. No. So if that ever happens, you guys, which hopefully you're not using a blush as old as I am, just grab one of these little powder proof things and just press it out and it'll be fine. It'll give you that nice little, you know, blush look. I can't believe that just happened. That's what I get for not tapping my brush off. Again, playing in a dusty, crusty ass old blush. You know what I'm saying? But she pigmented still though after all this time. Like, holy cow, I am impressed. I have to say, I am very impressed. And this is why I have not gotten rid of her yet, you guys, because she's still pigmented. She's still beautiful. Like, oof. You just can't get that in a drugstore blush. I mean, not that lasted that long. You know what I mean? Like, for real. Like, that is a blush, buddy. Woo. Okay. Let's move on to, or move back to, I should say, underneath our eyes, because we got to do a little something underneath of there. What are we going to do? Okay, so we're going to grab a pencil brush here, and we're going to grab a little bit of this purple here, Stormborn. I think that purple would look really nice, especially with that gold. And then that black smoky, oh yes, give it to me. Now, talking about some oldies but goodies, we gotta pull out the MAC Fix Plus. Holy shit. Did that just, oh my God, did you see that? Did you see that? It just hosed me right in my ear. I don't even know if I trust that. I don't trust you. What the hell is wrong with that sprayer? Okay. I don't know what was wrong with that sprayer. I don't know if it's clogged up. Like, this is a brand new bottle too. So this ain't even an old bottle. This is a brand new bottle. I don't know what was going on there, but holy crap, that had issues. Okay, it still looks good though. What is wrong with MAC? Oh my God, I can't even believe how good it still looks. And I got hosed in the ear and on the side of the face, and it still looks good. Leave it to MAC, man. Holy God. Okay. So, what do we need to do? Lips. Oh, no. And highlighter. So, we got two different highlighters here. So, we got the Fenty, the OG, which I used to use right here on my Cupid's bow. And then I would use just a little bit right there. Oh, she's still gorgeous. She's still gorgeous. And then we're gonna grab a little bit of the Ofra, and this is the Beverly Hills highlighter, which had like all the colors. I have a big one of these, which I'm actually gonna be doing a giveaway with here very, very soon. Let's see. I need, ooh. I use this Patrick Ta Mickey Mouse highlighter brush, and we're just gonna lay, ooh, and she's still blinding after all these years. She's still a golden goddess. Does anybody even follow or purchase from Ofra anymore? I know they got to like a bunch of stuff with like her husband's post, but I know she like, I don't know, like took her husband off the books or whatever, and he's like no longer a part of the company, and some people said they didn't care, and oh, the tea, you know. I don't really know. I just saw a little bit of it go down on Twitter, and I'm just like, whatever, her products are still bomb as AF. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's talk about lips. I got a bunch of oldie but goodie lips here. I pulled a bunch out, so let's see what we got. I feel like a fuzzy on my nose. Okay, here's one. Everybody's got to have a Kylie lip liner. If you don't have a Kylie lip liner, oh my God, did you see that? Look at that. Oh my God. She worn, girl. This girl's been through some things. She's had some moments. For sure. Okay. But everybody's got a Kylie lip liner. So go ahead and pull out your Kylie lip liner. I don't care whatever color it is. Go ahead and pull her out. Because even though she busted, she still works. She may be busted, but she still works, y'all. She still works. Holy cow. I'm like really surprised at some of these products. I'm also very surprised at the fact that they don't have like a funky smell to them, because none of these have a smell to them, which is so surprising. Okay, so what should we do for the actual lip itself? Should we go, ooh, how about ColourPop? Ooh, okay, this one's got a little bit of a Crayola smell to it. I don't know. It would be perfect, but she got a little Crayola smell. Ooh, you know what else I have in here too? But this is a lip liner. We just put on a lip liner. But I have the Stila Stay All Day liner. And what color is that in? I can't even read anymore, you guys. Marcella, I don't know. I think that's in Marcella. Such a pretty color. Ooh, I love these lip liners too. They are so good. Does this even still work? Oh, and it doesn't have a smell to it either. I don't know how. I don't know how. Okay, so this would be perfect, but she ripe. Okay, so we're gonna set her down. How about this? How about a little bit of Maybelline? You can't ever go wrong with Maybelline. You know what I mean? And she's still good. So this is Maybelline in the Baddest Beige. And she really is the baddest beige, to be completely honest. I mean, like this beige, that's a Kylie lip. If I never saw a Kylie lip before, that's a Kylie lip all day. Okay, so that is everything, you guys. I think we are done with our look, and she is looking absolutely fabulous using old school products that we have not busted out and used in a hot minute. And I'm like super happy with everything, which, by the way, if you are new here, or if you've been here for a while and you haven't hit that subscribe button, or you unsubscribed but maybe you want to resubscribe, that's fine too. Or if you want to join me over on my TikTok, I'm getting ready to launch, you guys, my jewelry business, which I am super excited about. That is what I have on all of tonight. So I'll be launching that on Friday, April the 7th. I will probably maybe do an entire separate video about that and get more into it, along with what's going on with the crystal business, because I had to change the name because there was some people that were like doing some things. And so once I changed the name, I stopped having all the issues and all the things, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, hopefully you guys stick around, and I'll see you guys very soon. Until next time, see ya.